everybody. Hello. All right. So, today we're on a mission. We got a metal storage cabinet that we are going to be putting together. It's a white storage cabinet. It's metal. It's pretty heavy duty feeling. And we're going to transition from this wire shelf into this white metal storage. So you guys are going to be hanging out with us on this journey. So I'm going to try to get this all set up where I can see and work with you guys. And so let's see if I can tilt this up a little bit. Yo. All right, so we're going to start off by, what do you guys think? Should we put together the cabinet first and then do the storage, or what do you guys think? Because if we're following along with the COOP method, my 4-step program, we clear the space and then we optimize it. So we clear, organize, optimize, put away. So I think what I'm going to do first, though, instead of making a mess in the kitchen, I'm going to go ahead and do the project of putting the cabinet together first, and then we'll go from there. So let me tilt this down a little bit, because you guys are going to be sitting on the floor with me and doing this. This thing is heavy, and it's good. I don't mind that it's heavy. I don't mind it at all. Ooh, look out, Bubba. So the handsome young man that you see coming in and out of the picture is my handsome boy, sir. Right, Bub? And so this thing is 71 inches tall. So it's very tall and it's very heavy. So on occasion, you guys are going to be hearing our other dog, Maya, in the background. That is because Maya is in heat and we have to keep the doggies separated. Okay. Bust through some of this. Ooh, almost lost a finger. So how's everyone going? How's everyone doing today? Are we doing all right? Because I think this. And turn this a little bit as you guys work with me on. There we go. You guys need to stop crying. So our dogs are not really happy because they're separated, and he's wanting to play with his Miss Maya now. So if you're here and you're hanging out, I'm putting together a metal wire or metal cabinet. Watch out. That we got in the mail. We bought it off Amazon. It took a few days to get here. They said it was going to be delivered on the 9th, and it got delivered on the 3rd. So we are exceptionally happy with that. It is definitely a lot heavier than I anticipated, but that's a good thing, I hope. There. They did a good job. I'm impressed so far. what I see. So I always find a way to get myself into these predicaments where I probably am going to need tools to put this together. I don't always read the descriptions as well as I like, but I did actually pay attention to how tall it was and how big it was going to be. Let me get a hair tie because I'm starting to sweat. So, project of the day, if you guys are new and you're hanging out with us. My name is Christine. I am a home organizing specialist and I am putting together a cabinet to be able to put all of our spices and our canned goods and everything inside. So you guys were here for that part of the journey. So right now I'm just unwrapping everything along with my assistant, sir. That's why. A couple extra things. So it looks like we got all the panels. Now I'm trying to find the hardware. So, hello, Bubba. In a tiny little space. So we're just going to do the best we can. Hey. Okay. Now, let's see. Now we're getting to the shelving. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Let me know where you're from. I do have it on reverse, so I can't really see what you guys have, if you guys have any questions or not. So, we're just putting together a shelf. Do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. This is my first time doing that with the shelf. So I love the fact that they are all labeled. They all have the panel stickers. I don't know if you guys can see, so that's D. They all have the panel stickers. I don't know if you guys can see, so that's D. So that's going to be helpful. Yeah, I have a feeling I opened it up upside down. So we got the handles. Oh, they gave me a glove. That was very nice of them. Our experience is important to us. There we go. That's all the hardware that I was looking for. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Hi. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I have a feeling this is going to be a lot more involved than I expected. What happened? What is that? What? I can't while you're here in my face. You can help me read this? No. Let me read this. Alright. So, the overall, it's showing me, that's handy. It's showing me overall how to put it together. Super important. Parts. So it looks like we had all parts. That's how today's going to go. Alright, so. Alright, so don't lay it on the ground by itself. Put it on a carpet or a rug. Don't sit there wondering what to do. Call for support. Make sure you bolt it into the wall because we don't want little Skittles climbing on it. All right. Well, okay. So we're looking for panels A and B. And 2 times 4. What are you doing, bud? What'd you do with my scissors? What'd you do with the scissors? You gotta go out. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna let him out. Eat. Come on, Bubba. Let's go out. Whew. There they are. So, hello. We're hanging out, putting together a cabinet to be able to put all of our spices and our canned goods. So I am hanging out doing this. So I can't really see where you guys are from, but if you guys can, feel free to let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're hanging out. I am looking for J. Right now we're looking for parts A and B. That's J, that's J. I'm finding everything but A, B. B. This should be watching me put all this together. I know. All right. So if you're just joining and you're hanging out, I welcome you. I am putting together a cabinet that I bought offline. Probably should have done more research. There's a lot of pieces and parts, but you guys are hanging out with me to do it, so it's kind of cool. All right. So I like the fact that this comes with the tools. Comes with a screwdriver that you're going to need. A and B go next to each other. And then in a minute, we're going to swap puppy dogs out for a little bit. And so, as I said, needed more room, didn't get it. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be fine. So, hi, bud. Alright, so it looks like the holes here. Hole here. I do like how they gave you a glove. Don't recommend doing that. Turn this a little bit. All right, so we are putting together our shelving unit for our spice rack. What? Okay. So, disclaimer, do I know what I'm doing? Absolutely not. We're figuring it out as we go along. I do not put together shelving units for a living, but I can if my clients request me to. So, just another one of my many rare talents of decluttering and organizing is to also be putting together cabinets, apparently. Stop. that it came with its own little tool. So, as I said, we're going to be working to put this together, and then we're going to declutter with the assistance of my puppy dog, Mr. Sir, S-U-R, who is a very handsome devil. He's a good boy, though slightly mischievous. And he really, really, really wants to play with our other dog, who is not having it at the moment. Alright. How we all doing? Oh, watch your feet. Yeah, we're getting close to completing the first step of putting together this monstrosity. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the angle of the camera so I can see you guys as you guys are hopping on and off and all that. Turn this. So, as I said, this is the mess we're working with right now. Right, sir? So, let me turn this around. We're gonna flip the camera and okay. So we're putting together a shelving unit. Does it sound like fun? No. Is it? It'd be nicer to have a little bit more working space, but we're doing what we can with what we got. Clear this. That barely helped. All right. But this way I can see you guys. So, let's see. All right. So next, step 1, complete. What? Stop. Move. Okay. What are you doing? No. No, you're in the way. You say hello? No, stop. Stop. Why are you being so bad? Why are you being so bad? You say hello? I can't get anything done with you acting like this. I can't. All right. So now I need to see and stop. Stop, buddy. You need to stop. So right now what we're trying to do, and not really succeeding, is we are trying to put together our shelving unit so that way we can replace the wire frame. I always want to call it a holder, and I know it's not. It's a shelving unit. But I always want to forever call that a holder. our shelving unit. We're replacing our shelving unit with this project. So this guy is not making it easy. So we are just hanging out. So if you guys have any questions on decluttering or organizing or anything like that, feel free to ask away. I'm able to see your comments for the moment, except I have this monster. You're gonna go. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh. Alright, you're making this difficult. There. It's okay. It's alright. Okay. Alright. You're gonna go in your den. You need to stop. You're gonna go in your den. Do you need to go in your den? You were just OUT, so you don't need to go. You were just fed, so it's not that. I need you. All right, enough. 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 C goes on part A. Making sure I put it all the right way, these instructions. There. So C. C is for cookie, and cookie is for me. This side goes out. So hi, we are putting together a cabinet. So if you guys have any questions, we are happy to answer. So we are doing, we're putting together a cabinet so we can replace our current shelving unit. So that means that we got to put the cabinet together. Then once we have the cabinet together, we're going to reorganize our canned goods and our spices. So that way we are able to, let me see, to have a nice cabinet actually. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I am trying to follow directions, but the ADHD brain is all over the place with all this. And we have a dog in the background, so bear with me. So let me know, where are you guys from? What decluttering challenges do you guys have? I know a lot of my clients are healthcare workers, and one of the things that I always find very interesting is that they care so much about other people and they forget about themselves. So we make it a point to try to make sure that they take care of themselves and taking care of their home environment and all that. So let's see, so that goes there. Okay. That goes there and there. That's cool. But the question is, okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Look out. Look out, sir. So suggest tips. Okay, I like the AI thing suggesting tips. So some of the things that we notice is that our healthcare workers are super busy. You already have a lot going on. You're already overwhelmed, but your house is almost always the first thing to go because you are focusing on everyone else. So your home gets put off. I'll take care of the laundry later. I'll do the laundry next week. I'll tackle it all at one time. And then it never happens. So the next thing you know, you're sleeping on a mountain of laundry that has taken over your entire bed. And I've seen it personally where it ends up becoming such a huge project that you can't tackle it yourself. And that's where I come in, and that's how I help people. I help people tackle the projects that they don't want to do themselves, or they don't even know where to start. They just need an extra set of hands, or I can even do it for you guys. I could body double. So we do all kinds of things here to help our healthcare providers. We work with occupational therapists, we work with speech therapists, we work with doctors, we work with nurses, we work with a huge variety of people who are, again, in the business of helping other people. And, so we do projects big and small. I can help you declutter a closet, and I do it virtually as well. A lot of times people prefer the hands-on, so we offer that, but because a lot of times my clients are not in the area, I do offer virtual sessions where we go through and I give you a game plan and I'll walk you through each of the process, each step. So decluttering is a heavy thing, especially a lot of my providers, like my nurses, are older people. Like they're in the 40s and 50s, where their parents are starting to age. A lot of them have family members who either have passed or have downsized. And so what we do is we help you guys go through the clutter, and we help you keep the important things and help you make decisions. But then also, too, if we build enough of a relationship with our clients trust us to make the right decision regarding their special items. So we don't ever throw anything away without asking. We make sure that it's within specific rules and guidelines. We also make sure that our clients have the tools that they need. If they want to continue with us, we offer that. If they choose not to, we make sure that they have a plan in place and they have the support that they need to continue to maintain the space. So what we do is an ongoing process, and it's an ongoing challenge for a lot of our healthcare providers. So I like to just make sure that our healthcare providers know that we're here to support them in any way, shape, or form. Whether, again, it's tackling a closet or a kid's room or a garage or even a full estate. Right now, what I'm doing is I am putting together a shelving unit, so that way we have a nice place to store our canned goods and spices. So we bought this off of Amazon, and as I said, I'm pretty impressed. It's heavy duty. I'm throwing this thing all over the floor, and it's not really getting scratched or anything, so I'm pretty impressed with it. Here. That. Okay. I am working in cahoots with my special assistant. Come here. Say hi. You say hello. This is my special assistant. This is Sir. He is helping me. He's supervising. Yeah, I know. So we have 2 dogs. We have another dog who is in the back bedroom. She's our female who is currently in heat, so we got to keep them separated. Right, bud? This is actually the calmest I've seen him. I hope he didn't just pee on something. Oops. But once we're done with this, getting this whole thing together, we'll clear out our spices and organize it. And get our everything in good condition. So what are you guys up to? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys are all up to this Friday evening. Are you guys putting together shelving units? Probably not. But again, this is one of the things that if I were working with a client and my client wanted me to do this, this is something that I would definitely be available to assist with. Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that they have systems and products in place that will help them succeed in maintaining their home. Now, I like to call everyone's home their cozy coop. That's how we came up with our business idea. And all of our animal and farmhouse theme ended up coming about because we had a special needs duck named Goose. And Goose was a 5.5-year-old male Peking duck. He is my logo. If you look up at the top, that's my logo. Is our rock star Mr. Goose. Mr. Goose passed away back in July, and when he passed away, he left major lasting impact. And because of the impact that he made, we want to make sure that we do everything in his honor. And so a lot of our offers are duck or coop theme to keep in line with our to keep in line with our ideal clients. Our ideal clients love animals. Our ideal clients are healthcare workers who are overwhelmed and who might have their own physical ailments and everything that they're working through as well, on top of trying to take care of patients and residents. So I work very closely with occupational therapists. I work with physical therapists. I work with nurses and CNAs, and I help them take care of their homes, because that's one of the first things that ends up going by the wayside for our busy healthcare workers, is they are so focused on taking care of everyone else that they put taking care of their homes off to the side. You know, the laundry, the dishes are almost always the first things to get out of control. And I know this because I work hand in hand with them, but I also was a healthcare and still work in the healthcare field. So I get to see it firsthand. Hey! Sorry, I'm trying to get this cabinet together and it's a pain in the bookus. But decluttering is something that doesn't always come easily to people. But especially a lot of our clients have ADHD. So that's another challenge that they're working with and through. So we are always super excited to be able to try to help other people and try to uplift people and provide the support that they need to be able to get their homes under control, because we know how hard it is. So again, you guys are joining me live and helping me put together this absurd monstrosity of a cabinet in my kitchen. So, yo, all right, so, Mr. Sir. All right, step number 3. This is so much fun. I feel like this is like what's his name? Joey Fo. The gentleman who's always telling you it's 3 o'clock and this is what we're doing, and it's 3:25. This is how far we got. And I love his stuff. He's such a good guy. All right. So now, so this is E. That's what we're looking for. Oh, look at that. E. And 4 of those. Oh, E-I-E-I-O. 2, 3, 4. So again, we're putting together a cabinet because why not? That's what we do on a Friday night. And with the help of our beloved puppy dog, Mr. Sir. That's not the right one. We want this one. So, fun fact, I used to work in Hallmark as the store manager at one of our corporate stores. And I had so much fun working there. That's why I think I enjoy doing stuff like this, because not that it's easy, because it's not, but it's enjoyable in a sense that, let's see. Oh, I left the directions there. That being able to put something together oh, okay. Being able to put something together and watch it come together is enjoyable. It goes there. 1, 2. And then that locks down into place. So then we go underneath, according to this. I'm gonna need my I gotta get on the floor. That doesn't seem right. Ow! It goes here? No. I don't understand where this goes. Oh, okay. Got it. It just took a few minutes to get there. It's a good thing I'm cute. Maybe. happening? No. I know, this is so exciting, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, that's just gonna have to do for right now. Just stop. I know. Okay. Alright. Let's try tighten it up a little bit. Okay, that's better. Sir. He. All right. So now we're looking for G. no assembly required, and then it's a lot of assembly. Then G and then E. That's H. E. E. That's I. J. L. G. Okay. So then, no. Oh, you cookie. Hi, Bubba. I probably could have made this a little easier on myself by using an electric drill instead of doing this. But that's okay. Why make it easy on myself? Excuse me. Why would I make it easy on myself? That would make too much sense. Now, we did that. Now we got base, step 6. So we're looking for M. I'm going to move the camera here in just a sec, guys. Get this. Making progress. So far, we have the outside of the cabinet, and then still working on it. But we're coming along, which is a good thing. And I have my support team to help. So we are. So our goal is to put this together to be able to replace we have this wire rack over here that is holding all of our canned goods and overflow and everything. So we're replacing it with this shelving unit, so that way we could free up that rack for a different location. We have a garage that we'll probably end up putting it in. So that's what we're doing tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, Bubba. On this beautiful, rainy, weathery, yucky Friday night. So what are you guys up to? Where'd you put the scissors, bud? So I'm going to put this down here a little bit. Oop. So again, we are following directions. Also the directions to put this cabinet together. And so it looks like that goes there. Getting the base of the cabinet together. Though that won't work because we need the screws, bud. Watch your little footy. I know. You're being so good. You're being a big help. You know that? Mm-hmm. You're a big help. So, as I said, I am here. We're putting together a shelving unit tonight because we're going to reorganize our canned goods and we're going to use a whole entire different shelving unit. So, I purchased this one off of Amazon and I'm pretty excited about it. It's pretty heavy duty. It's pretty well enforced. You know, feels good. That's all we can ask for, right? So, if you guys are interested, when I post clips, I'll add the information in. Would this be easier with a power drill? Abso-freaking-lutely. Am I going to do it? Nope, because I'm stubborn. But it's really incredible. I always find that very fascinating how the right tool for the job makes the job, whatever it is, that much easier and better and faster and more efficient. So I will always recommend my clients use the right tool for the job. Will I always use the right tool for the job? Nope. There's that. What? Why are you not lining up? Makes me question everything. There we go. That is why you question things. So if that hadn't worked out, that would have been bad. Okay. Who's a good boy? Watch out. So, what are you guys all up to tonight? I'm sure nothing as fun as what I'm doing. But this is what I do when my husband leaves me to my own devices. Is I get to put together things like this. It's not a bad thing. I like feeling productive, and I like feeling like I kind of sort of maybe a little bit have my stuff together. Do I always? Absolutely not. Do I encourage you to? Yeah. I'm your biggest cheerleader when it comes to getting your stuff together. I am your biggest ally when it comes to trying to do what's best for yourself and your family. And I am absolutely on board with trying to make things streamlined so you're not overwhelmed. So, there is such a thing, and it's very fascinating how clutter really affects us on a primal level. You know, if I always thought this analogy was fantastic. If you are going to a convention and you're supposed to be an expert at something, and you come to that convention, but you have an entire massive pile of clothes waiting for you at home. That's lurking in the background. That's hanging out in your mind, and that actually ends up getting portrayed. I thought this was fascinating in your body language and how you present to other people. So, being able to feel like you are on top of things at home and at work is absolutely crucial to your mental health and to your confidence and your self-esteem. So it's really interesting because when we work with people, we're working to help you declutter your space, but there's so much more that happens with it on just a mind level as well. Not only are we working to heal your space, but we're also helping you heal pieces of yourself that either you've forgotten or have been overwhelmed, you know, with being forgotten, essentially. So when we're working with clients, we're working with them on a holistic level. We're working to heal the pieces of themselves that they themselves forget. It's fascinating. It's a lot of fun. And I find it very rewarding. Sir. So, our life mission is to uplift everyone who needs our help. Our life mission is to spread love and kindness. Our life mission is to uplift anyone in any circumstance that we can. Are we able to fix everyone? No. Are we able to work with everyone? No. But I'll tell you what, if you come to me and you need help or you need support or you need motivation, I'm here for that. I might not be the direct resource to help you, but I would find it for you. So I think that's very important when working with someone, because you need to be able to trust that the person that you're working with, that you're paying for a service, is not only capable of doing the service, but is also mindful enough to be able to turn you down and connect you with the appropriate resource if it's too much. So I am very respectful in that way. I think it's crucial to be respectful in that way because, you know, I've had clients that I've had to fire because they didn't respect my time, or they were pushy, or like whatever I did wasn't good enough for them, or I did things wrong, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You have your way of doing things. You have your way of setting your house up. You have your way and your mindset. You know, And I can totally respect that. So there have been clients that I've let go of because we didn't match ideally, you know. So I never ever hold that against them. In fact, I make sure that I find a cleaner or a coach or someone who will help them, so that way they're not by themselves. They're not alone. So we're coming along. There we are. So we are putting together a cabinet. Again, the main goal is to reorganize our pantry. And when we reorganize our pantry, we're going to replace our wire shelving with this, the puzzle piece. So we're putting together the cabinet to replace that wire shelving unit. So it's nothing really super exciting, but we are doing it because it's got to get done at some point. And tonight, while my husband is out doing his own thing for a little while, having dinner with some friends, I get to do this. I love this stuff. I'm so weird. I know. I'm so weird. I really enjoy doing this kind of stuff. All right. On to step 7. So far we've been on here for about an hour. And we're on step 7. So we're making some kind of progress. So next, I don't think So next we're going to put the top crossbar up. And that goes, it slides in like that. So I have my little helper, Mr. Sir. He is our full-blooded pit bull. And he's losing his mind because our female, that's her. Our female is in heat, and he wants to hang out with her, and he's not allowed. So we are working to get this. Put this here. So you go here. You go here. Now, the problem I had the last time was I did not get a good angle. So you guys are with me on a weird angle. So you guys are hanging out with me as I'm putting together a shelf so we can replace our current shelving unit. So, super major exciting evening. Let's see, maybe I can give you guys a better angle. Maybe. Oh, look at that. I can tilt this up a little bit and have you guys help me. There we go. So, my name is Christine. I am a decluttering home organizing specialist, and I help men and women all over the world declutter their spaces and uplift their lives. And I do so because I, once upon a time, had an incredible friend and pet duck named Goose who inspired my business ideas, who inspired me to be a better person, who has impacted my life in incredible ways. And to pay it forward, we dove into decluttering in a business called Your Cozy Coop. Your Cozy Coop works with healthcare workers all over the world to essentially get their shit together in their homes. We like to help you guys create spaces and systems in your life that are going to streamline and make life just a little bit easier. We already know healthcare workers are stressed, overworked, and severely impacted by a lot of things going on right now. So we like to take care of our healthcare workers. Those include, not limited to, but those include nurses, doctors, CNAs, therapists, especially including physical therapists, occupational, and speech. And we work closely with all of them to help them organize their homes. So it's a pretty cool job. I like it. So, all right. We're getting closer to the end. What? Okay. So we got those. Next is the eye panel. The eye panel. Oops. The eye panel. Okay. Hi. What are you doing? What you doing, Pupper? Place the panel on top of the frame. So that goes like this. Screwed it all the way in. Oh yeah, I'll put that guy in a little bit further. Come on, you. So, hello. Get this screwed in a little bit better. All right. I think that'll work. I got this here. Yeah. All right. Now. Okay. We're in business. All right. So, as I said, we're putting together a cabinet. We're standing in said cabinet. We're going to be replacing that shelving unit with the one I'm currently standing in. So, getting there. Did I do? There. Yeah. So now, screwing this in. So hello. Say hi wherever you are hanging out in the world. I'd love to know. We are located on the southern part of Delaware in the United States. And I'd love to know where you guys are watching from. We work with men and women all over the world, and up to and including clients and friends in Australia. We've worked with a couple people in Germany, Lithuania. We've also reached England. So we love our overseas friends. And we don't discriminate. We offer virtual sessions and we offer in-person sessions. We do charge for out of area. So if it's within your budget to have someone come out and help you declutter, we're more than happy to travel to you. Again, it would be at cost for the travel, but we do hands-on services. When we do that kind of stuff, though, we do require background checks and stuff like that. So in-person stuff, unless you come from a valid referral, we do have our clients do background checks just because I'm a one-man job, so I want to make sure that any place that I'm going into is going to be a safe environment. So usually beforehand, I do have you guys show us pictures and get a good idea of what we're walking into. So, let's see, let me move this here. So again, I'm putting together a cabinet. That is, there we are. That we're replacing our current pantry with. So, pretty excited. There's nothing better than putting something together yourself, you know, and be able to say, I did that. I feel that way when it comes to decluttering too. It's like you create a system and something that works, and you're able to have a home that you're proud of, a home that you're able to invite people in and not be embarrassed of. You know, I know life gets hard for our healthcare workers. So one of the things that I always like to make sure that they know is that I've seen it all. You won't believe some of the stuff that I found and some of the stuff that we've encountered, but we don't judge. We see past the clutter. And I think that's something that, you know, if someone's reaching out to us, it's because they have no other choice, or they feel they have no other choice. And so we honor that and we respect that more than you could even imagine. And we are always proud to help whoever is asking for help. So I just want to make sure that you guys know that. Where is this hole that I'm supposed to be putting this in? One, two, three, four, five, six, 8. The contorting that is happening to make this happen is ridiculous. So I had someone say something not too long ago. It kind of hurt my feelings, but it put things in perspective. I didn't realize how important being in shape is when you're doing this kind of job up until I was trying to get a client's stuff in and out of the attic, and it sucked. And so I am working on going on a weight loss challenge as well. So that's something that is currently in the works for me, and my clients are going to directly benefit from that. So I'm actually pretty excited, and I think we're going to be in good hands. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? So now, we're getting ready to stand this thing up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So again, we are building You ready, sir? Here. Put this up. Right, that's not bad. Could be a little more sturdy, I think. Oh, that's kind of cool. So I did not put this all the way down. I think I'm going to lay this back down fast. Look out. We're going to let's screw this in all. So what I'm doing is I'm screwing in the feet. Let me switch this to a point of view. So right now we are putting together a big old cabinet to replace that one. We want to hide all of our goodies and our snacks and stuff, and we're going to hide them all in here. But for us to do that, I got to make the feet a little more even. So we're gonna just do that. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I know that this is not quite as exciting stuff, but this is part of our decluttering and our moving journey. So I definitely appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with us. You know, I think one day at a time is the best way to approach anything and everything. Today, while my husband is out having dinner with some friends, I am putting together a cabinet so we are able to fix our spaces. So, okay, all right. What do you think? We're going to try this again? Let's turn this around and flip camera. And let's try this again. All right, we're making progress, friends. So we got the cabinet together. I think that'll be a little more. Look at how big this thing is. So we got this off of Amazon, and I have to admit, it's pretty heavy duty. I think it was about $180, $150 to $180, and well worth it, I think. So now we're going to put the doors on. We're supposed to screw it into the wall, so we're not going to do that yet. must be. Now we got a bunch of hooks. Excuse me. I will put those on last just because we'll be playing around with the heights of things anyway. So we'll go ahead and get the doors on. So normally and typically I follow things to a T, but in this circumstance I'm going to go off just slightly off the beaten path because I want to get the doors on and then I'll play with the shelves. I'm not worried about the shelves. So we're going to do a washer here and here. So we got a whole bunch of little washers. Oops, I put one on. No. Okay. At some point, I'm gonna have to wash this floor. We've got a whole bunch of dirt on this floor. Okay. This goes in here. Here. Then that's easy enough. So we're putting together a shelf so we can replace our shelving unit. Exciting stuff on this Friday night. Let's see, which way? So L. We want okay. L. This isn't too bad. So let's see. So we got the springs that worked. Okay, and next is the handles. So hello. We are working on putting together a shelving unit to replace this shelving unit. So you guys are hanging out with me as I am putting things together. If you guys have any questions on decluttering and organizing, feel free to ask away. As part of my decluttering profession, I also help create and build these kinds of lovely things. Am I a professional at building stuff? No. Can I do it, and will I do it for clients? Absolutely. Happy to help. Do I know what I'm doing? Nope, and I won't even pretend to. But we're always here to support and give an extra set of hands to our friends who need an extra boost. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get a good... So we're replacing this shelving unit with this one. This one is going to have 4 shelves. So we're going to have 5 spaces where we'll be able to store all the items from this shelf. All the canned goods and all that is going to go tucked in there and be nice and organized. Oh no. All right. There we go. So what are you guys up to tonight? I'd love to hear. And I'd love to know what you guys are doing, where you're from, and all of that. Because we have my puppy dog, Sir, who is helping. And there it is. Ugh, this has got to be so painful to watch because this is painful to do, I'm not going to lie. But we're getting there. We're almost done. So this is taking about 2 hours, and that's with me talking and playing with the dog and all that stuff. So this is not bad at all. Compared to all the other builds that I've done in the past and recently, this is not bad. So I am in Seaford, Delaware, and I help all of Delaware and the east part of the Eastern Shore. Anything outside our 25-mile radius, we do charge fees for travel, but we're happy to travel. We're also happy to do virtual decluttering sessions where I work alongside, where we pop up on a Zoom call or FaceTime or whatever you prefer, and we work through it together. So a lot of times you can call it body doubling, where you and I do tasks side by side. That really seems to be helpful for a lot of my people with ADHD, who just need someone to hold them accountable. And it actually helps me as well because I usually end up doing a task alongside with you. So it's a lot of fun. Thank you so much for liking the live, Darlene. I appreciate it. Stop. We are hanging out with my doggy, Mr. Sir, and we're putting together a shelving unit. It's exciting Friday night. So we're replacing this shelving unit with this bad boy that I ordered, and I thought it was put together, and it's not. So, so that's what we're doing tonight. So thank you. Let me get a good angle of this, and I don't know. I'm struggling, but that's nothing new. So we won't even sugarcoat it. It's nothing new. But We are here to help uplift. We are here to support and be your all's cheerleaders. And we appreciate you guys coming in here today and being our cheerleader as I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with this. So we are just about done putting together the shelving unit. I just have to get the shelves in place. But we are, when I opened it up earlier, when I started opening up all the packaging and everything, I was kind of like, oh, this is going to take me a few hours. And it's only taken me about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, but that's just because I've been playing with the dog and chatting with you guys and like not focusing 100% on what I'm doing. But, and I think it's just the space that I was trying to build this in was awkward. So like, I just feel like I didn't give myself enough space to work with everything, but that's okay. We live and we learn. Again, this is something that I do for my in-person people. Any clients who are in their organizing stage of things need an extra set of hands to either help them put something together. I'm not a handyman, so I don't pretend that I know what I'm doing when it comes to this, but I can follow directions pretty well and I can figure it out. So it's part of the service. So now, last things. So that's not too shabby. So then I get to put hooks in here. So it's a decent size. It's tall. I mean, I'm 5'5" and this thing like towers over me. So it's got a good 6 inches on me. Yep. So we're, yeah. As I said, we're gonna adjust the shelves here in a sec, and then we're just gonna migrate everything over and replace this whole thing with this. And then that way we have a nice cabinet. And I like that this is metal, because then we can stick schedules on there or appointments and stuff like that and have a place for everything to be. But it also, you don't see the eyesore that is our little pantry area. So I'm pretty happy and satisfied with this. Okay. So let me see. What I want. So I used to work at Hallmark. So being able to visualize how everything fits in the shelf and in the pantry is something I'm not too bad at. But we have this little rack here that we're going to get rid of. And try to find a better system to organize our canned goods and whatnot. So, trying to grab some tall items just so that way I know how tall these shelves need to be. So like, oops, I don't think you guys can see. So 1, 2, be the third one down. So that helps me kind of get a good gauge on what I'm doing. Do I know? No. Do we pretend sometimes? Do we make it work? Every single time. I gotta find a little J. Whoop. Let's see. All right. So this little cabinet thing has these little hooks, which I think is pretty neat. Which is going to make this like super adjustable. And then how do these guys go in? I think I go on like this. 2, I want the third one down. Oh. 1, 2, 3. So then we count down. 1, 2, 3. You go that way? I think you go that way. Yeah. So then I got you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Yeah, it doesn't go that way. So now, so we're measuring everything. So thanks for hanging out with me, Darlene. I really appreciate you. Just trying to get things situated. That's not shabby. I feel like it's slightly off center, but that's not going to be too bad. So now, question is, did I give it enough room? No, we got to go down one more. So sometimes I got it and sometimes I don't, but this is an easy enough fix. Here, I'll just go down one more. You son of a biscuit. So that's the thing that I've learned about this whole decluttering thing is a lot of this stuff you can try to plan and you can think you know what you're doing, but a lot of times you can't figure it out until you get hands deep in things. And I feel like that's like with medicine. And that's why a lot of our clients are healthcare workers, is because they also understand that, you know, people aren't cookie cutter. You know, people aren't a one-size-fits-all situation. And so I take that very seriously, and I take that into account when I'm working with my clients, because what works for one person is not going to work for someone else. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we also have to make sure that we're supporting the people who need help in the best way possible. So like a lot of my clients are ADHD, and they need stuff that is fast and quick paced. Like this is probably not keeping a lot of my ADHD people, because this is boring. You know, doing this kind of stuff is boring, which is why a lot of my clients don't do this kind of stuff, because it's boring and it's a lot of work and they don't have time. So I always take that into account as well, is that, you know, what does my client have time for? I thought I had an extra shelf. I thought this came with 4 shelves. That's a problem. That's a huge problem. Alright, let's get this in here as much as we can. Because that's not going to be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah, one day at a time. It is overwhelming, like, for sure, Darlene. I definitely agree. You know, and are you a healthcare worker? I do have an extra shelf. I'm a dingling. I got one hiding over there. I got one standing up over here. I haven't totally lost my mind. I've totally lost my mind. But my healthcare people are incredible, because they are some of the most amazing, strong, and inspiring people that I've ever met. And I think the thing that gets them is that they forget to take care of themselves every single time. And is it something that they do on purpose? No, definitely not. What is happening here? That is one down from there. You know, they are, you're a healthcare worker. You know, it's interesting because I feel like healthcare workers are some of the most misunderstood people. We have the capacity to love so much, and we forget about taking care of ourselves. And so what happens when we forget to take care of ourselves? The house goes to shit. Our lives go to shit. Everything starts going to shit because we're giving so much of ourselves to others that we don't have anything else left over for us. So I always find it very important to remind my healthcare friends and coworkers and clients that, you know, the saying is you can't, what is it? You can't fill from an empty cup. And we know that's true. We all know that's true. Now, do we follow it? No, we don't. Because we think we know better. And we think that we are going to make up for it at some point in time. And then we don't. Because we get overrun by our to-do list. We get overrun by the tasks. We get overrun by everything. And life gets in the way. Life gets crazy. Ask me how I know. You know, you can think that you have everything planned. You can think that you have everything set. But that's not always the case. And unfortunately, we think we plan for everything and then we have another plan go sideways. Doesn't that happen all the time? Happens to me all the time. All the time. So, we are going to put you here. Yeah, I'm going to have to make an adjustment to the bottom shelf because we got some big containers. What is happening here? Ah. We have some big containers of flour and some other things that I'm going to put down at the bottom of this. So I just need to make sure we get this here. Now that I know I have space and we have all the extra shelves. So, woo. That feels too, are we wonky? Maybe. Too high. Come down one. Come down one and see what happens. Come on, you. There we go. Oh, that's better. Okay. Yeah, that was too high. This guy is too low. Well, this whole shelf actually has to come up anyway. So. Oh my gosh. These doggos. All right. I think my husband just got home, so I'm actually going to head out because my dog's losing his mind and I got to find out what's going on. But you guys are absolutely magical. Darlene, if you haven't already, make sure you follow me and I'll make sure that if I don't already, I'll follow you back, okay? All right, my friends. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I appreciate you. Thanks again, Darlene, for all the love. I appreciate you very much. And I will talk to you soon. Good night.